Well, good morning and welcome to my channel, Maryborn ND. Um, it is mid-July, just after my mid-July garden tour. And I wanted to slip in here and do a little sip and chat. Sip and chat. My 81st birthday is approaching, and what I've been able to do in the garden compared to last year has diminished quite a bit. I, in June, was diagnosed with congestive heart failure, and I'm finding it increasingly more difficult to do gardening the way I used to. And maybe some of you are faced with this kind of a challenge yourself, where you have to make decisions on what you can and cannot do and what you want to continue to do. And, like the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak type of thing. So this may help you and it may encourage you, and that's my hope. So let's start off with when spring was here and I was able to plant onions. I was able to harvest this beauty. I have about 10 more just like this. Now, you know that it's ready when the neck is soft and you can pull it up. You don't want to leave it in the ground too much after that, because then it can start to rot. You don't want to pick it before it's ready, because you want all of that goodness to develop. I have red, yellow, and white onions in the garden. And if you've gone through my tour, you probably have seen that. So I have lots of things growing in the garden. My beans are starting to come in, and I'm hopeful that I can get out there and do some more harvesting. In August, Jessica from Three Rivers Homestead offers a challenge to do small batches every single day, do something to preserve the garden. And it's called the Every Bit Counts Challenge. And I participated last year, and I hope to participate this year. Now, you don't have to even garden to do this. If you buy in bulk, like from Costco, my husband and I love fresh celery, but there's no way the two of us can get through this much celery. So I want to preserve some of this celery and then be able to use it in soups and stews later on when celery becomes exorbitantly expensive in the grocery store. So I picked up this book, Freeze Fresh, from Azure Standard, and it tells me that the correct way to freeze celery is to blanch it for like 3 minutes and then take it out of that and lay it on a towel to continue drying and cooling off. Then you can freeze it. Normally, what I would have thought to do is that you blanch it and then you put it in ice water. And she says, do not do that. So it's really good to have a reference for the proper way of preserving and holding the freshness of your food at the optimum, so that you are working toward healthier bodies, which I also am working toward a healthier body. even though I got that diagnosis, I also see a functional doctor who is working with me with nutrition and supplements. I am a naturopath myself. I am a traditional naturopath, and I don't know a lot about blood tests and things like that. Whereas this doctor can check blood tests and know where I am at that kind of level of health. And she also understands what the cardiologist has recommended and my pulmonologist, which she's gone as far as she can go. And right now I'm taking supplements that help support my lungs because that's contributing to the congestive heart failure. So what are my symptoms? Well, I get out of breath very quickly. If I stand for more than 10 minutes, my legs want to turn to cooked spaghetti where they wobble. And coming up the stairs, I have to take it in very slow increments, and then I can manage to get up the stairs, which raises my heartbeat to not very good because I'm also struggling with AFib, which leads me to the end of this month, just before my birthday. I will be going into the hospital to restart my heart, which if you were inclined to send prayers my way, I would appreciate it greatly. So I am doing this video just to let you know where I am, what my hopes are for the future. I really want to do the Every Bit Counts challenge, and God willing, I will be able to record some of that on how I am doing small batches to preserve the goodness that God has given me through my garden. I have already preserved some garlic chives. This afternoon, my husband and I are going to freeze dry some herbs, which include rosemary, so I can have that and create a wonderful herb salt for use in the kitchen. I don't know if you know that most dried herb spices and blends are radiated. And I do not use the microwave oven for any cooking, for any heating basically of my food. I would rather use a air fryer or on the stove method. And that's something you might want to look into if is something you do all the time. But the rotation of the molecules matters as far as the body recognizing the nutrients, and microwaves spin it in a opposite direction. So there is a lot of scientific evidence that using a microwave is not healthy to warm up your food. And it is even more challenging to your body if you are doing it in plastic. So do not cook in plastic because plastic lets off estrogen. And if you're struggling with estrogenic type cancers, you certainly do not want to cook in plastic. And that includes lining your slow cooker with plastic. You simply do not. There is no safe plastic for cooking in where it does not leach estrogen into your food. So I hope that this video will encourage you. We still have here in Michigan, we have over 75 days of growing yet. So before our estimated first frost, we can grow cucumbers, we can plant a bunch of things. I planted some snapdragons the other day. Now, not from seed, mind you, but from little plants that I've had sitting around in my plant stash. Yeah, July, and I'm still trying to get through a plant stash. Well, I've now made a commitment that I won't buy any more plants until I get all of those that are in my plant stash planted. And yeah, planting at this stage of the game is challenging because bending over and then coming up again. So I have to do it from a sitting position. Um, I recently acquired a little trolley thing where you can, like a walker, where you walk behind and then you can sit when you get tired. Never thought I'd have to use that, but God has chosen something else for me, and I don't know where this is going to take me, but my goal is to continue doing videos for you, to keep trying to encourage you to garden every way you can. The Greenstock vertical gardens have been such a blessing to me. Gratefully, I have a husband who's willing to do the watering for me, and I can still have joy going out, and within a few steps, I can pick lettuce. We had a lovely salad last night from the green stalk, and I have kohlrabi growing in it. I'm going to be clearing out the violas, finally quit, and so that's going to give me space. And my multicolored beans, green, yellow, and purple, are budded up. There's blooms on it, and I think within a few weeks I should be harvesting beans from that, which will be very lovely. I've already harvested some small cherry tomatoes that have grown on the green stalk. The snow peas have been absolutely fabulous. I think they've been going for 3 weeks now, and I've had them in stir fries and cut up fresh in salads. That's been such a joy to me, growing those. And in the raised beds, like I said, check it out. So I'm very grateful for the 2024 garden season so far. I want to harvest as much as I can. And I hope you come along with me with the Every Bit Counts Challenge. And let me know in the comments below if you are planning on doing that. I will leave a link to Jessica's website where she talks about the Every Bit Counts Challenge. Basically, it's self-run. There's no rules. Just try to do the best you can at preserving every bit that you can. And if you can do it on a daily basis, where maybe you're drying herbs or you're making a salt of some sort from dried herbs, you're making a tea, whatever it is that you're doing, every bit counts. So that's it for my sip and chat. I hope that you are having a wonderful week in the third week of July, and that you keep watching my videos. And until then, this is Mary, and keep on gardening with Granny.